They ain't messing around.
Hey, roomies, it is you know what time it is? It is a loft meeting. Boom, boom, boom. Every single time. Oh, God, can I start it over, you guys? This is the loft meeting y'all have been waiting for. Me too. Because it is the Where's the Bear episode. Do you hear what I'm saying? We got there. For season 1 and 2 of our New Girl Rewatch podcasts, we had a segment called Where's the Bear? Really what that segment turned into was Lamorne making fun of me aggressively. He was enjoying it way too much to poke holes in all of my bear theories. And I had enough. I said, get out of here. Get out of my bear segment. I'm going to do a whole episode about the bear. And you are not invited. Okay? You know who's invited? All of the listeners that believe the bear theory. They're going to send me their letters, their bear sightings. And we're going to do it on our own. And then it will live forever on our podcast channel. And so all the bear believers can go to it and show the receipts for season 3. You're welcome. All right. So we're diving into this question. Where's the bear? Thank you to everybody that emailed in, that left it in the comments. I saw it all. I appreciate it deeply. I cannot do this alone. No woman is an island. Okay. All right. Here we go. We're going to start off with a letter because, of course, loft meetings are about y'all, the fans. Which, by the way, is why we made this merch. Isn't this cute? This hat? I wear it all the time. The Mess Around. A classic. You can get it at themessaroundpod.com. Oh, I did it again. It's going to be that kind of show, you guys. Okay. All right. First letter from Julia. Oh, I love it, Julia. Hi, Hannah and Lamorne. Well, it's just Hannah here because Lamorne's not invited. I've been a big fan of the show since day one. My husband is in the Army, and we spent 6 years in Germany without any real cable programming. We moved back to the States in the summer of 2011 and became reacquainted with real American television the following fall season. New Girl was the first show we got hooked on coming back, and truly the first show we enjoyed from the beginning. Yes, for a good pilot. Hannah, I know you're holding out hope for Where's the Bear, and I am too. See, Julia, thank you. Maybe there's not a bear in each episode, but I loved the Where's the Bear segments on the podcast so much I made my own t-shirt. Julia, I make my own merch too. I love this. We're very connected. I miss the segue music. Oh, me too. We can play it on this episode. We're going to play the segue music on this episode. Brilliant idea. Thank you, Julia. And I'm enjoying trying to find the bear in each episode, even if it might be a stretch. Who cares about a stretch? I just would like to say that right now for this episode, of course, there's going to be a stretch. Okay, sometimes. You know, this is art, you guys. It's malleable. It's what we see. It's what we feel when we see something. Okay, so we got to stretch sometimes. It's all right. It's creative. It's art. All right. Thanks for all the work y'all do on the podcast, and I'm rooting for a reunion as well. Much love, Julia. Well, thanks, Julia. I appreciate your support. Okay, let's get into it. All right. Oh, there's a picture of Julia. I just saw it right now with her Where's the Bear shirt that she made herself. I love it. We had a really cool Where's the Bear shirt in season 1 that I loved. So if you want to add to your collection, you can find that, I'm sure. All right, you guys, we are going to dive in, okay? When I say dive in, I mean we are going to start bear hunting and revealing the receipts. Now, All In was a very strange episode to shoot. We were like down in Marina Del Rey shooting. We were all over the place. So all of our usual bears that I can rely on as the classics, the OGs, the ones that we can just go to and know bear, weren't really in my back pocket. But thanks to all of you providing so much great bear hunting work, I have 2 bears in the first episode. 2. Lamorne, can you hear me? All right, so the episode is called All In, and it looks like there is a bear toy on the dashboard when they are coming back from Mexico. Hello. A bear toy, a physical bear right there. Bear right there. Okay? How can you deny that? This is what I'm saying. Liz Merriweather is a visionary. She is a genius. She is one of the most amazing humans, especially when it comes to crafting smart, heartfelt television. You can't tell me it's an accident. You can't. I won't take it. And just to really put a fine point on this first episode, okay? There's another bear sighting. Now, this is going to show you what I mean when I say that we have to be creative, really creative, in how we look for these bears. We got to think outside the bear box, right? And go like, that's where that bear is hiding, right? Think about it. Have you walked through the woods? Are the bears just all like standing in a row on the trail, waving at you? Hello? No, they're not. They're hiding in the woods. The bears are hiding in the woods, okay? And so you have to sit there and think like a bear. And you've got to like go to where they're hiding. And this one is a great one. Minute 14 and 20 seconds. There's a fish concert poster. All right? And my friend Carmen just explained why this is a real bear sighting. Wait, Carmen, can you tell me again?
Yeah. So according to the Google here, yeah, it's called the Fish Bearsville Sessions. And it was 2 albums that they recorded in the Bearsville studios that are apparently pretty famous Fish recordings because, Fish is a jam band and they mostly do live shows. They don't really do a lot of recorded material. So it's like apparently if you're a Fish fan, apparently you would get the reference type of thing.
Amazing. I will take it. Did everybody hear that? See what Carmen is saying? This is what we're talking about. You got to dig deeper to figure it out. Thank you, Carmen. That's what I'm saying, okay? We have to sit there. So a bunch of people on Reddit were like, fish concert poster is a bear reference. And most people would be like, what are you talking about? It's a fish. It's fish. If anything, of any animal, it's going to be a fish. But no, think smarter, work harder, hunt for the bears, okay? And Carmen made sense of it. There you go. So that's 2. And we're talking literal, and then we're talking creative, figurative, okay? And that is how it's going to go on this episode. We're going to look at it from all the angles so we can find all the bears, all right? Reddit, thank you so much. I just have to say thank you to Reddit, by the way, because the fans of New Girl really live on Reddit, and they get in there, and they have backed me up and held me down on this theory, all right? We are now going to go into the second episode, season 3, episode 2. Nerd. Now this one, we got to go with a classic. And look, don't give up faith, right? Because I'm going for a classic right off the top. It's the bear on the fridge. Now, look, that's kind of what started this whole bear thing, was the bear on the fridge. Did it mean something bigger about the bears in New Girl? So it has to appear in our list of bears, okay? And here it is in the second episode. Now, we're going to go to the third episode, Double Date. Great episode. What a classic. Love that episode deeply. 13 minutes, 33 seconds. Winnie. Now, this is another one that really bugs some people because Winnie the Pooh, one of the most iconic bears of all time. Iconic bears of all time. And so I feel like we're allowed to use it. Okay? We're allowed to use the bear on the fridge. We're allowed to use the Winnie reference for Winnie the Pooh. Okay? We're allowed to use it. If I'm losing some of you, don't worry. More real bears are going to be coming, right? All right, so here we go. Chelsea sent in a letter. Let's go, Chelsea. Hannah! All caps and exclamation mark. I'm right here. I'm right here with that enjoyment. Let's go. I've been waiting forever for this moment. I think season 3 is the exception that proves the rule regarding the legend that there is a bear in every episode. Now, I will admit that I have to stretch the rules to make this work, but it's only a little bit. In episode 15, around 1 minute and 50 seconds, Schmidt calls Winston Winnie. The famous bear who refuses to wear pants is Winnie the Pooh, and it can hardly be considered cheating to suggest this is a reference. Isn't Lamorne as cute as Winnie the Pooh? I'm going to count it. What do you think, Chelsea? Chelsea? Of course I'm going to count it. Of course I'm going to count it. Winnie the Pooh. Also, the reason why I love it so much is because Lamorne is such a non-believer of the bear. Okay? The bear theory. And I love that it's his character's name that proves the point. How perfect. Poetic justice. Season 3, episode 4, The Captain. What a great episode this was. Oh my goodness. So of course we've got the bear on the refrigerator door, but at 10 minutes and 17 seconds, there's a bear poster in Winston's room. And Schmidt says, you won't shut up about your feelings. The only things this dummy wants to talk about is the Chicago Brown Bears. We're crushing it so far. Crushing it. Season 3, episode 5. Oh, man, another one of my favorites. Season 3 was such a great season of New Girl. It really was. When we did like the rewatch this season, every single one, we're like, oh my gosh, remember that? And do you remember that? It was just so fun to rewatch. It was so long ago when we made the show. And so for some reason, I knew season 3 was a strong season, but I forgot how strong. Also super fun because we had a boy, Damon, back. All right. So season 3, episode 5, The Box. Now this one is just, we have to have a few gimmies. It was a big season, a lot of episodes. Is the bear picture on the fridge in the background. Okay. I feel like the people that are left listening right now are just bear believers like me, and you're just sticking with me. I appreciate it. All right. Keaton, episode 6. Nick says, I love this one, this bear reference. I haven't been inside Keaton's mind in a long time, and I need my proper inspiration. What does he do? He pulls out a picture of a bear, and Jess says, why do you have a picture of a bear? And then Nick says the words, a hungry brown bear. This is what we're talking about. Why the bear? Why did it have to be a bear? Unless it was part of like a bigger conspiracy, you guys. Unless it's part of a bigger thing. Like, what's so popular right now is, of course, and has been for so long, is these true crime podcasts. I feel like this episode of our show, could kind of fall into that genre. We're solving something big. Okay. We have another letter from Evan. Hello, Evan. It says, Hannah, I've been a huge fan of the theory that there's a bear in every episode of New Girl. My favorite occurrence comes in season 3, episode 6. Bop, bop. What did I just say? When Nick randomly pulls out a picture of a bear. Just a hungry brown bear to inspire one of the greatest heterosexual bears in television history, Nick Miller. If I can't find a bear, I like to think Nick was representing the bear in that episode. He likes to hibernate and has a crazy appetite. A healthy sex drive, bear, right? Thank you for keeping this theory alive and well. Oh, you're so welcome. Proud to be part of the Bear Hunters. Is this what we're called? Do we have a name? Sincerely, Evan. Evan, I love everything about this. Because also a non-believer in my bear theory is Mr. Jake Johnson. Okay? And the fact that Jake Johnson as Nick Miller screams bear at you, therefore is in every single episode of New Girl, is something I really love. I like it. So far we have Winnie the Pooh and Nick the Bear. This is making me so happy. Okay, season 3, episode 7, Coach. Another great one. At 19 minutes, 44 seconds, there's a Jay Cutler reference. Jay Cutler is a quarterback for the Chicago Bears. That was terrible. It was a terrible Chicago accent. Please don't hunt me down in Chicago. I'm so sorry. I apologize for it. Chicago Bears. I'll say it exactly as I should say it. Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears. Chicago. The boys are going to kill me. Season 3, episode 8, Menus. Oh, this episode was so funny too. This was a good caper. Just kind of what I feel like I'm on right now. Menus at minute 17 and 18 seconds, reference to New York State University, Binghamton. Oh, I'm so sorry, you guys. I didn't go to college here. I don't know the names of all of your colleges. Their mascot is the Bearcat. I'll take it. See, this is what I'm talking about. Layers, right? Layers. Sometimes with the bear, you have to like treat it like an onion and just start peeling it back and bop, then you find the bear. All right. Season 3, episode 9, longest night ever. This one is courtesy of my dear friend, Damon Wayans Jr. At minute 17 and 8 seconds, Coach says his mom's nickname for him is Boo Boo the Bear. Season 3, we had a bit of a bumpy start. But now, picking up steam, you guys. Okay? A lot of bears. A lot of bears. You know where there's a lot of bears? In episode 10, Thanksgiving 3. Okay? We got the bear picture on the fridge. I know. Fine, but it's there, so I'm going to say it. At minute 8 and 24 seconds, we hear it's a bear hole. A bear falls in. Other stuff falls in. We take what the bear doesn't want. Bam. So many bear references. It's crazy. And Nick says at 8 minutes and 30 seconds, classic human bear team up. Schmidt then says, yeah, bears love to share. Coach says, what do you plan on doing with that bear? And then, of course, at minute 16 and 26 seconds, we've got Coach screaming, bear trap, the bear trap, right? See, why would they put so many bears in unless they had to? See what I'm saying here? There's something deeper going on. We're figuring it out. Episode 11. Calvado en un bar. Okay? Right off the jump in the first minute, we see a bear on the California state flag in Jess's classroom. Slam dunk. Speaking of slam dunk, episode 12 is called A Basketball. Okay? Now this one's great. Okay? At minute 14 and 7 seconds. Ooh. Snowden's pocket is our bear reference. I know this is about Edward Snowden because of context, but Charles Snowden signed with the Chicago Bears, and this is the only reference there is of any bear I could find. And at minute 16 and 30 seconds, Michigan Wolverines logo. Now Wolverines are technically bears, but resemble bears. This was from a Redditor called Honey Blair Bear, okay? This is the epitome of a stretch, and I love it. I love it. She took Snowden. She went then and she went left instead of right. She went away from Edward. She went towards Charles, and she found the Chicago Bears. That's her bear reference. And you know what I say? I'll take it. Thank you, Honey Blair Bear. Thank you, Reddit, as always, providing the answers. Okay, we have episode 13, birthday. This one is an easy one. Of course, we've got the bear on the fridge, but we also have a bear claw appearance. There is no arguing with that one, you guys. It is a bear claw appearance. Oh my goodness. Then we have one of the most iconic episodes of TV of all time, ever. You know it from its title? Prince, right? Well, we have Clayton Kershaw. I remember when Clayton Kershaw was on the show. It was so nice. He was so nice. He was there with his wife, and they were just like the kindest, sweetest couple. And so lovely and so low key. It was beautiful. They were so kind. That was such a crazy, wild episode with everyone who showed up. Anyway, the LA Dodgers, their unofficial mascot is the Rally Bear. I'll take it. Also, Schmidt does say, I'm losing my bearings. I'll also take it. I like it. I'll do it. There's a lot going on. We had to just dig to find the bear on that one. Episode 15, exes. This was actually a really fun episode to recap because it got a lot of you talking about your exes, and I learned some things. Which, by the way, feel free to send us more of your thoughts or questions or queries or need for advice or help in relationships, because it's something that's always fun for Lamorne and I to discuss because we are like brother and sister, and we have very different relationship points of view. So you will get a balanced response when you submit your questions, which is what happened when we recapped exes and everybody sent all of their situations in. Some of it was helpful, I think, in what we responded, I hope. All right, X's. Schmidt says Winnie right in the first minute. And as we have already established, Winnie the Pooh counts. All right. Episode 16, you guys. Sister. This is when the lovely Linda Cardellini, one of my favorite people and nicest people you could ever dream to meet, when she joined the show. There is the bear poster in Winston's room in the second minute. And in the 4th minute and 34th second, Jess says, I didn't put the cap back on the honey bear the other day. Bear reference. Bear reference. This is making me so happy. In Sister 2, which is episode 17, in the 19th minute, the California state flag at the police station has a bear, of course. And in Sister 3, which is episode 18, Winston says, you can do this, Winnie, to himself. Again, I love it because it's a Winnie the Pooh reference, which will make Lamorne crazy. But in this situation, he even calls himself Winnie. Brilliant and annoying to Lamorne, which makes me so happy. We are now at episode 19, Fired Up. Great episode. At minute 6, 23 seconds, there's a picture of polar bears in school. This is what I'm about. Bear diversity. Doesn't have to just be some brown bear that you see on that California state flag. Got black bears, grizzly bears, panda bears, polar bears, Winnie the Pooh bears, Chicago bears. Bear diversity is the key in having the bear theory work for the bear hunters. Now I know we have a name. We're called the bear hunters. For the bear hunters. And so this bear diversity is working for me. Polar bears. One of my favorite bears. All right. Episode 20. All right. Mars Landing. We have Reginald Vell Johnson. Right. Nick owns a company called Baby Bear Productions. Okay. And of course, there's the bear poster in Nick's room. Mars Landing, man. What a devastating and interesting and smart and funny episode. I really had forgotten about that episode. And when I watched it, like it took my breath away, like that moment at the end of the episode. It's a great one. And bear references. So it had me. All right. I like it when it's said. It's funny. It's always fun to find like a picture or an image of the bears. But for me, my favorite bear sighting is when the word bear is said, because you put a supercut of that together. How can you deny it? It would go on for like 30 minutes. Just bear, 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 bear. In fact, someone should do that. If someone does a supercut of all the times they say bear on New Girl, we will put it on the Mess Around Pod IG. It will live there forever. And I will send it to Lamorne on National Bear Day. I don't know when that is, but I'm sure there is a National Bear Day. And I will just send him that supercut. Please, internet, help me. Please make it for me. Thank you so much. Episode 21. Big news. Big news, of course, is the episode that we recapped with the beloved Max Greenfield. It was so fun. It was so fun to rewatch an episode with him and to have Lamorne and him and I together again. It's amazing when you do a show together for almost a decade, day in, day out. It's your like first really big thing, and it was really big. And you get to kind of grow up together through that experience. It was really fun to watch this crazy episode. It brought so many memories back for all three of us. You can, of course, listen to that episode if you haven't, right here on the podcast called Big News. And Max is on it with Lamorne and I. And there is a great bear reference on it. So, of course, made me very happy. During the honey roast, Nick says, speaking of cute, Winston Bishop is so cute. Teddy bears by Winston for their kids. The joke doesn't quite work, but the bear reference is a chef's kiss. Perfect. Wonderful reference. So I will take it. Dance 22. What a crazy episode this was too. I remember shooting it. I remember in some weird parking lot, sitting in some weird parking lot, and they were trying to figure out the day and coordinate all the kids and everything. And I spent a lot of time I don't know, it was like hours and hours of just sitting in my trailer while they were trying to work a bunch of stuff out. I just remember just the long days, and it was really cold. I don't know what time of year we were shooting it, but it was really, really cold. That's what I remember about dance. Isn't that weird? The things like your body remembers of an experience. I remember being very cold, which is fitting because what bear do we see at minute 22 and 58 seconds but a polar bear on a mug? All right, here you go. Which ends us with the season 3 finale, episode 23, Cruise. Now, for Cruise, we had to move everything. All the cast, our crew, all the stuff, the trailers, the everything, all the way down to Long Beach because we shot it on the haunted ship, which is the Queen Mary. We shot practically on this boat. And it was crazy. It was really fun in a way because it felt like we shot a movie instead of an episode because we were on location in a really weird space. Everyone was out of their element. There was not much around that we could kind of go off and do because they wouldn't really let us off the boat. We're kind of like trapped on a cruise. I guess which just kind of happens when you're on a cruise. You're just like out there on the cruise. What are you going to do? So it was a little meta at that point, trying to be on this cruise ship. And we did a lot outside at night too, which was like cold and weird. And they were trying to light it and figure it out. And there was all sorts of sounds coming from like Long Beach itself. And it was a wild one. Or as some might say, it was a bear of an episode. Guys, it was a beast. It was a bear. It was something he had to wrestle with to get done. It's an episode that I can't tell you what it was about, but I can tell you that shooting it was something that is imprinted deeply in my brain. Okay? And so for that, it is the ultimate bear, the season finale. Here's my pitch, and I need you listeners who are still with me on this crazy bear recap episode. I need you listeners to tell me the honest truth. Okay? And maybe we could do a poll on our IG. Do we bring the bear segment back into the regular recap episodes, or is this more helpful for the bear hunters to have a standalone episode that we do at the end? Because we're going to start now diving into New Girl Season 4. A standalone episode at the end where I go through each episode and make my best case for a bear in every single episode. Does that make the most sense? Because if that makes the most sense, I will see you at the end of season 4. I don't know if my sensitive soul can take it going back into the show, if I'm being 100% honest, because it's just Lamorne laughing and cackling at me for about 45 seconds while I try to explain the layers of the bear onion, right? So I'm leaning more towards what we've just done here today. I have space to breathe, to hang out with my people. The bear hunters are sending in me all this great information. I think it's the way to go. Also, I don't know if you appreciate it, but I kind of dressed like a bit of a spy today. You know, black turtleneck, the hat, hunting bears. I should put out a disclaimer. I would never actually hunt a bear. I am a deep animal lover, and I would never hurt a bear. No bears were hurt in this recording. In fact, this is all bear love. Okay? I feel like we should bring back the Where's the Bear t-shirt that we had for a while in our merch. Even though I just wear it by myself and with the few other bear believers. It would make me so happy. Please, if you are ever rocking our merch, please tag me in pictures of it and we will share it on our IG because it makes us so happy. I've always said that it always kind of broke my heart that New Girl really didn't come out with like solid merch ever on the show that you could just like wear. And so many people love the show. And so that was like first order of business for Lamorne and I to be like, let people represent the show and the fact that they love it. So that's at themessaroundpod.com. Please start collecting all of your bear sightings and send it to us at themessaroundpod@gmail.com. Please, I need your help. I need your support. You can send photos. You can send video clips. And if you do that super cut, whoever you are, human out there, please send it to us. We will play it and I will torment Lamorne with it. And it will bring me so much joy. So much joy. Well, that's it. That's it, you guys, for bear hunting for season 3 of New Girl. I appreciate you listening, being here with us. And yeah, let's start bear hunting season 4. Bye. That was The Mess Around, an iHeartMedia production.
Our executive producer is Joelle Monique. Our senior producer is Abu Zafar. Bei Wang provided engineering and editing services.
Additional production from Daniel Goodman, Wendy Heisler, and Kyle Chevron. Our theme song was written and composed by Ronald Jukebox Jackson.
Catch you next time.
Bye.